Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're in the Minecraft Creative Builds world with our makeover village, and we've done these two big two-storey houses so far. Today I'd like to take a look at the tannery building. As you can see, we've got 3 tanners working out of our building and they're very interested in whatever I'm going to be doing. So the basic structure is this is a little overhang structure with some cauldrons full of water for them to do their tanning business. Then it's just a 2 wide block here between the pillars, double window in the back, and here we've got 3 wide on this wall between the wood, because you've got this little set proud spot where the door is to leave space for the vats of water. Hello guys, so there's 3 of you out here and 1 working inside. I think for 4 of you this is much too small a space, don't you? Though you've got plenty of space for living in these 2 nice houses, haven't you? But you don't have much workspace, do you? Shall we make it pretty for you? Shall we make it much bigger for you? So what I've got for my potential using materials are dried kelp block for a kind of like kitcheny floor that's nice and waterproof, stripped warped hyphae, warped stairs, warped fence, cobblestone, oak log, oak stairs, glass pane, oak slab and oak planks. And I'm thinking that that's probably going to be most of the items that we're going to need in order to do this build. So the first thing I want to do is think about how much bigger we want the house to be. So if we start with the oak logs, I think we want to extend the house itself so that they've got more workspace, because they really are kind of in trouble, because you've got 3 of them out the front and 1 inside, and there just isn't enough space for them. So if we leave space for it's a 5x5 system, so we want 3 pieces of cobblestone, so 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to want the oak log, and 2, 3, 4 maybe for where the wood's going to sit on it. Yeah, I think that's going to be right. And then we want to find this wall and come out 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th one we want to go 4 tall with the wood, like so. Now we are definitely going to need to remove some of the roof structure here, because we are going to want to change the roof, because we're going to be extending this wall out here. So we want to remove the part of the roof that's coming down on this side, like so. And then this wall is going to need to come out. Hello, I'm going to make your house bigger. Your workspace bigger, that is. So you see, he's got a cauldron and a... Oh, we were going to need to use some of that wood for the exterior, and he's got storage space. So what we want to do is grab the cobblestone and make these walls bigger. So 2 rows of the cobblestone, and then we're going to want the warped wood on the floor, and we're going to need to remove the oak plank floor where he's working and replace it with this as well. So go, so that's replaced the floor. So what we need to do is finish off the walls now. So we want 2 rows, and then on that row we're going to want space for the window. Ooh, missed one. That's right, Kitty, make sure you put the windows in like so, and then we do the same on this side. Make sure there's space for the window, and then on this end as well leave space for a window. Probably going to have to extend the walls up a little bit further than that. Where's the glass pane? Let's put the glass pane in the window spaces, like so. Now here I want to remove this, because I'm thinking we will have a door And then I want to extend out here with an outdoor working space as well. So I want this to be as long as where the cobblestone is, because we're going to go around the edge in a minute. And I want to extend it by 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's how far I want this extended outdoor piece to go. So let's make this nice and big. Like so. And then here what I want to do is grab the stripped wool. We are going to need to remove this tree because it's going to be in the way for our build. So. And then in the corners we want the stripped hyphae in all of the corners like so. And I'm going to put it there as well. And then I'm going to find the middle. So 1, 2, 3. Right, if I count 1, 2, 3, put a block 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not quite even, but that's close enough. That'll do. So we put 1 by the wall, and then we count 1, 2, 3, and then we put it in the right place, Kitty, thank you. And then between this, what I want to do is I want the warped wood stairs between these 3, and then we want them all to be upside down all the way around there. And then the same over here. And we'll give them a spot to come down this side if they want to as well. And then I want to grab the warped fence, and we want to go up by 3 on each of these. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and here's where we find out if our trees are in the way. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right, we want to remove these. And then we will work from here. So what I want to do now is grab the kelp again, and what I want to do now is to make a small work surface underneath where this cauldron setup is here. All the way to the front like so. There we go. How does that look? And we'll put the warped hyphae underneath there like that. And I think what we will do is we'll put the blue edging around it, to be honest, just so it matches everything else that we're doing. So if we can I put the no, upside down, thank you, and like so. There we go. And then I think what we'll do is we will use the cobblestone to make our pathway here as well. Actually, I don't know if that's a good idea. Would it be better to do the wood? Yeah, it's probably better to use the grass, isn't it? So let's I think what we want to do is make that into path blocks. So what we need is a shovel so that we can make this into path, so that the people... Oh no! Oh, what did I do? No, 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 no. We want grass, thank you. Right, so now they've got a pathway up into there. So that should make them a little bit happier about going up and down. And then what I want is some more cauldrons. Now, So if I think, if we come in one from the corner like so, we want a cauldron and then a space and then a cauldron, and then we want a space and a cauldron and a space, and no, maybe we don't actually. So if I come in from the corner again here, so cauldron, space, cauldron, and then I put cauldron, space, cauldron here. Now the space is now going to want to be one of these smooth stone blocks, so if we put space, cauldron, space, cauldron, like so. There we go. Now where you guys are down here, I think we want to remove the middle one and put that. And now what we want is some water to fill up these cauldrons, so that the guys can work here. I want it to be quite spacious, but I want them to have all the things that they need to work as well. See, I want them to have access to be moving. We could put more in the middle here, but I want them to have the access space to move. Right, so what we need, so let's grab another cauldron. So if we put a cauldron here and a cauldron here, and then we fill them with the water, and then we want to get, sorry, I want to get the stone for you, dear, so we can put that there like that. Okay, there we go. You've got your storage chest here. Let's get another chest. I think, oh hang on, we can just copy this one, can't we? So if I put another storage chest, if I put a double storage chest here, okay, and make that one a double. Is that better, boys? Yeah? Is that better? Is that better, guys? Yeah? Yeah? I think it might be. Okay, and then round the edge we're going to want to put the fence, just so that it neatens it off and that they've got the barrier at the edge of the walking space. Right, so there we go. So that gives us our workspace for our guys outside and our workspace for our guys inside, and they've still got plenty of space for walking around so that they're not trapped up really tight with one another. Now what I want to do is extend these nice little decorative pieces here. We've got, oh come on, can I, oh why, is this not a stair? Is that a stair? Oh wait, is that a stair? Is that a stair there like that? Oh okay, that's a stair like that, and that's a stair like this. So I just want to have the blue coloured wood on the edge of it, you see, on, then underneath we're going to want to put it upside down here and here, and then we're going to want a full block of the wood, aren't we? Maybe. And then I want to extend that to there. And then here we're going to want to make it a little bit different as we go across. Now I was thinking that it might be better to have a slab going across all of this area, but I'm not sure actually. Maybe it would be better to make it a full roof and just make the whole thing match. So if we go across with the stairs, if we don't like it we'll change it, but I think that this might be the best way to do it. If we come across like so. Actually, do you know what? I think I'm going to go with stairs all the way around on the edge. Oops, see, tree in my way. See, Kitty always has trouble with trees. Have you noticed that little thing? I always have either villagers or animals watching me and walking into my builds, or I have a tree right where I want to build, and I don't really want to remove all the trees because I really want that nature vibe around the edge of the village. I don't want to denude the whole area of the pretty trees and flowers and things. Now, I'm going to have a slight problem here, aren't I? Because I really ought to have so what we want to do is remove the edge of the roof and add the blue in place of it, like so. And then we want to do the same here, don't we? So the underside is also going to be the blue. Now that starts right above the window, so what we want is to have the blue run right along just above the window so it matches the front. Now, our problem here, of course, is that this is going to be where we swap over. Now, how did that look at the front? How did we swap it at the front? Because we had the sideways coming up to here. That actually didn't work too badly. This might look like a slightly janky switch over here, see? Because if I put a bigger one here, that's just kind of in the way, isn't it? But I would have liked there to be a little bit of an extension over here. But I think if I do that, I think it's just going to look wrong. So I think what we want to do now is work up to a point using our warped wood along the edge and see where it meets, and then we're going to want to add in the rest of the roof and a few more bits of extension to the walls so that we can meet the point in the middle. There we go, that's the middle right there, like so. And then I think I'm going to extend this across with the blue right at the top, just for that little bit of a defining structure, like so. And I think that I am actually going to extend that by one more going up like that, and I think I need to try and make it match at the front here somehow. How do we get you to... Yes, that makes it work, doesn't it? Right, so we're going to want this up. We're going to want this to come up here. All the way up. Just overhanging for the top centre here. And you'll see what I mean in just a second. So we just want all of this to meet up at the middle. Oh, that didn't meet up in the middle, did it? Hang on. That's where the door is, make it not quite right somehow. Yes, I think it does, right. So what we're going to have to... Because of where the door is, it's got that angular structure, so it's actually changing the height of the roof just a little bit. So we're going to have to figure out how to make this work, aren't we? So I think this is going to have to be a bit lower, isn't it, to make it... Have I now gone too low? Where are we? Is that right? That's right. That's where it needs to meet, like that. Right, so that's where it needs to meet, so we need to try and make this meet here. Right, so that needs to be going round this way. I think this needs to be a full block, doesn't it, rather than a part block. So if we grab, we need the warped wood, we want the full block. There's the full block, let's pop that in. Right, so we want a full block, which is this one. We're going to want that here, here, here. We want a full block here, aren't we? We're going to want a full block, let's see, can we get a full block? I think we're probably going to want a full block here as well. Yeah, I have to just make it easier to fit together, won't it? And we want, no, we want that. That's better. See, that helps it to fit together better. Right, I think we've got the basic structure now. So where this joins, we're going to want a full block on top of the fence supports so that we can make the little porch area fit into the main roof structure. So the only thing I need to do now is make sure that this comes up to the same spot here. Hello, Mr. Worker. See, they're really worried about what I'm doing, aren't they? And does that meet? Yes, that meets. So now we need to fill in that underneath side on here. Let's check, did we fill in the undersides on this side? Yeah, so there's our basic structure for the edges of our roof. So what I want to do now, we now want the slab for the, actually, do we want the slab for the warp, or do we, I was just thinking, do I fill all of this centre section in with the warped wood, or do I fill it in with the oak? It might be best to do it with the oak. So I think if I do it all with the warped, it might be too much. So I'm going to use the half slab to fill in a flat roof over this work area, because we're looking for different levels on the roof just to make it a little bit different. And if I forget, I did mean to put a few torches around the area. Sometimes I just get that little bit too involved in my job of working this together, and then I forget to add the little bits of things like the lighting. I just want you to be aware that I was planning lighting. Right, so from underneath we've now got a full roof structure for the workspace. There we go, guys. Right, let's grab a torch before I forget. So I think we want to do, let's do that from here. So let's put some torches in. So if we put one above the door, one above where the window was, and if I put a couple and the edges of the warpwood over here. Is that enough for you guys? Shall I put one here and one here, just so there's plenty of lighting for the workspace? And then inside also we need to make sure we've got, I put one above all the doors and windows like so. I think that's one too many there. Let's remove that one. There, I think that's going to work. And then what we need to do here, we need to fill in the roof, and we need to also add some extra supports and stuff for the roof. So if I put that all the way up there, and then that all the way up there, and then I think the rest will work. And then we want some cobblestone. We need to fill in that gap to where that workspace is, over in that direction, and then we need to just fill in where the wall's going to be. Is that right? Right, where do we need to fill in here? A couple of extra ones over here and one here, and I think that's probably enough. So what we need to do now is fill in the rest of the roof with the oak stairs. So we just want to fill it across, and then I think we're about done. The front we'll have to just double check to make sure it looks okay, because with the different directions that they've added for the porch and the overhang where the work structure is. See, the back here is very simple. This on its own is fairly simple, but when you're trying to join the two together, this is where you get your slight complications. So I just want you to be able to see how it looks from the side, like so, and like so. From the edge it's very simple over in this direction, but at the front, as you can see, because we've got this porch area, it makes it a little bit difficult to join over here, and we're going to have to think about this space here. So let's start, ooh, no, let's get them in the right place, kitty. So let's come across here. I'm getting them in all the wrong places today, aren't I? Right, so that's the top section. So this place here where we've got this overhang, now we have to decide whether we like this, or whether we want to try and blend it in a little bit more. I think I really want to try and blend it a little better, so I've took that one off the edge here. I do like the extension over here, but I don't like that it's so much taller. But that I don't think is going to work. So what we might want to do, no, that's not going to work. I think we are going to have a full block here. So let's have the full slab there. But this one, we can maybe, yes, see, we can turn that, so this is now a much more easily graduated section, and then this piece across here can be flattened out. So that just looks like a much neater join. So over here we just follow the flow around the edges. But here, because we've got this porch is further forward than where the roof is, you've got a slightly different pattern in the junction here, and we've got a full block here and a full block here to make the two sections of the roof fit together in the way that we want. So the only slight problem that we have now is here on the porch. So we're going to want to blend that into the warped wood. So again, I'm going to need the slab for the warped wood. So let's grab that again. And what I want to do, grab the slab, bring this forward across here to there, and then we're going to remove these front ones to put this here so that we've got the blue edging. And then what we need to do here is swap out the fence for the blue so that it matches everything else that we've done around the build. And they've got easy access in and out of this small work area here, access into the building, and then access now into the new workspace. So the only thing that we're missing is the door that gives them access from inside their workspace into the exterior. So let's take a quick look. In here we started with just the one workstation, and we now have added 2 more workstations and more storage space, and we've got a nice kelp floor for easy cleaning in case you spill all your water and chemicals while you're doing your tanning. Hello Mr. Tanner, do you like what I've done to the place? I hope you do. And then we've got our nice new roof up here. And then when we come, can I come through please? Thank you. We've now got workstations here and here and over here, and we've got plenty of walking around space, so no one's going to get all crushed up like they were at the front originally. I hope you appreciate you've got a lot more space now, because originally we had 3 of them all crammed into this little tiny space. So that is now my new tannery. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy game!